voted on probably one of the largest political upheavals in this decade, the Brexit. Brexit is the vote or referendum from the entire country on whether or not they should leave or stay in the European Union. The word Brexit comes from conglomeration of the word British or exit, ergo Brexit. So you're probably thinking, why on earth would they want to leave the European Union? Well, there's two sides to the argument. There's the leave platform, and then there's the stay platform. For people who want to leave the European Union, see the European Union as something that stifles the United Kingdom's cultural and economic independence, so they believe that they should leave to take their country back in that terms. The people who want to stay, those two major proponents, advocates for the Leave campaign are Independence Party leader Nigel Farage and former London Mayor Boris Johnson. Those who want to stay in the European Union, they want to do so mostly for economic reasons. They believe that if they were to leave the European Union, the economic state of the United Kingdom would plummet and not be good at all. So they want to stay mostly for that reason. People who support that are the majority of Parliament, as well as the former, or I guess technically current, Prime Minister of England, David Cameron. So brief history of the EU. It was founded in 1958. The EU joined in 1973. The next major event was in 2002 when the euro was created and established and began circulating. But the United Kingdom did not want to use it. They wanted to stick with the pound. So that created a sort of schism, and they became kind of a special circumstance inside the EU. And from then on, people kind of started to not like it, and eventually it grew to the point where David Cameron announced a referendum, so a nationwide vote, so where people could decide for themselves, the nation would decide for themselves if they wanted to stay, or if they wanted to stay in the European Union or leave it. So the vote went in favor of those who wanted to leave. I have a graphic here. So 72% voter turnout for the entire country, which is very good. 51% wanted to leave, most of them focused in the south of the country, and 48% wanted to stay, and they were focused mostly in the north, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. So now that they are leaving, there's a process, very specific procedure set out in Article 50 of the European Union guidelines. Basically, the short version is that the European member states, 27 of them, get together and their representatives vote on terms that they will present to the UK. If the UK does not accept them, they have to make new terms, but if they can reach an agreement within 2 years, the UK is essentially ceases all contact with the European Union, and they follow the World Trade Organization rules, which are not very good in terms of, they're too broad. They wouldn't be good for between the two countries, so they'd have to work that out. So what has now happened now that they have left or they are leaving the European Union? Well, the economic fallout was pretty immediate. The pound dropped further than it has in 30 years, which is very significant because that's horrible for the British economy as a whole. So it seems that some of the stay believers were correct in that it would be bad for the British economy. That's what people are thinking now. So for this issue, I feel like people are kind of jumping to conclusions. I feel like we should wait maybe 5-10 years and look back on this to see if the decision really did help or hurt the United Kingdom as a whole. This is also something that has been very polarized, and I feel like there's a lot of bias associated with it. So I wanted to, in this speech, give a sense of being impartial in terms of when I presented it. So thank you very much for listening.